Nah, I'm playing.
Streets so cold, everything a nigga seen, we had a jacket. Young nigga ballin' like the Mavericks. Fuck a bank, bitch, I got me a shoebox and a mattress. You know I ain't nothing like the average. Everything I say really real, I don't like to pretend.
Yo, what it is, it's your boy Cam, Big 5, aka Cam, man, and I'm back with part 2 to Lil My V card video, man. If y'all ain't haven't seen the first part, make sure y'all go check it out. I'm gonna leave it down in the link in the description, y'all feel me? But yeah, we're finna get this jump started, and before we start, make sure y'all go in the comment section below and drop down some questions so I can do a Q&A, so I can drop y'all that banger too. But let's get into it. Alright, so if y'all remember the last video, you know, I was doing we were getting jiggy with it, you feel me? And then all of a sudden we hear like these keys drop on the table or something, like, oh shit, someone's home. At this point, you know, I'm still doing my thing, so you know, I'm not done yet. I got two sides right now. Right now I feel like, should I keep going or should I stop and save my ass? You feel me? So right now I don't know who is at the door, so I'm like, yo, do I want to keep going, do I want to stop? You know, I ain't trying to get my ass killed or nothing, so you know, I had to hit it. As y'all remember, she told me to go lock the door. So the door is locked, but the person that tried to open, they tried to open the door. I was like, oh, she's not gonna knock, and that's what you're gonna do. You're just gonna walk in. So I'm glad I locked the door, but she had told me to go into the closet. Remember I said she had a walk-in closet. She told me to go into the closet, so I grabbed my shorts, and you know, I kept my tank top on, my you know, my drawers, but I grabbed my shorts and ran into the closet. You know, now I'm standing in the closet, I'm like, holy fuck. She went to go open the door, and it was her brother, her older brother. I was like, oh shit. Out of all people it could have been, it was her older brother. So at this point, I'm sitting in the closet, scared to death, bitch. I feel like I'm about to piss myself. I'm sitting in the closet, waiting. I hear them talking like, oh, why the door locked, this, that, and the third. They were just going back and forth. I'm like, yo, just get him out the room so I can dip, you feel me? As y'all remember, in the last video, I drove with her, so I was in the car with her, so she picked me up from my house. I had to wait till she got ready to go to volleyball practice. I'm sitting in the room, it's about 3 o'clock, and she has practice at 5, and it takes her like 30 minutes to get there, so she's gonna leave her house at like 4:30. So I'm sitting in the room, terrified to death, bro. I'm just sitting in there like, damn, when am I gonna be able to get the fuck out? They finish talking, he leaves the room, so I'm like, alright, good. So now I need to figure out how to get out the house, because I'm not trying to get caught, you see me? So the way that her house is, my brother's room is behind the living room. We have to go past the living room to get out the house. So at this point, I have my pants on now, and I was like, yo, you gotta distract him, because he's sitting in the living room. You gotta distract him, get him in his room or something, so I can run out this front door. She's like, all right, just give me a second, I'll try to get him out. I was like, all right, say less. So at this point, she's talking to her brother inside the living room, trying to get him to go inside the room. I don't know what she did, because I can't hear nothing from where the room was placed at. I could not hear nothing she was saying. She finally got him in his room, so I'm like, alright, good. Now I can try to bucket and go out that front door, so I can at least go and meet up with her somewhere down the street or something like that. So I'm not trying to get caught at all. So I'm gonna try to meet her down the street. I had walked out her room, looked and peeked the corner, because she got her brother in the room, and she was like, go, go, go. So I was like, alright. So I said, started hitting that bitch. No, I was out of there. Opened the front door, and her brother was like, who is that? Who is that? As soon as I heard him say that, I was running a 4.5 at this time. Now I ran a 4.0. I was out the fucking house and running down the street, man. Hitting. Which I feel like Usain Bolt, boy. I was out of there. There's like a little park in her neighborhood, so to get to the park, there's 3 houses. So it's 3 houses, and then there goes like the big park. I had to cut through one of the houses, and then I had to jump over the houses. I cut through one of the little buildings, and I made it to one of the houses that I had to jump a big fence. So I was over there trying to jump this big ass fence like I was a ninja or something. So I was running, hit that, jumped up, grabbed the top of the fence, and ended up climbing over. So at this point I was in the neighbor's backyard, and I didn't know what. I was like, yo, I need to get out of this backyard before they kind of cops on my ass, and then there's gonna be a lot going on. I ran to the next backyard, and they had a pit bull. So at this point, I'm running from a pit bull and my ex's brother. I get to the backyard of the second house, trying to go to that big park, and I heard a dog barking. It was a big ass dog, boy. So I was already on the ground. The dog was on this porch stand. It was like a porch, but they had one of them little doggy doors. So the dog, as soon as I landed on the ground, the dog went right through the gate. So that 4.0 went to a 3.9 real quick, boy. I was gone, boy. I told you, I got to that second fence, grabbed it again and jumped over, boy. Bro, when I tell you my heart was racing, bruh, my heart was racing. It was bad, like it was terrible. I got to the third house and I went, and there was no dog and no nothing, so I was straight. So I just jumped that fence and then jumped the other fence. So I finally made it to the playground. At this point, I think I lost her brother. And so I'm chilling at the park right now just vibing, because I mean, how you gonna know it's me? Like, you didn't see what I look like, you know what I'm saying? You feel me? So I was just chilling there. So I texted her, I was like, yo, where you at? Yo, where you at? She's like, oh, my brother's looking for you. What? At this point, I'm like, there's nowhere else I can go, you feel me? There was a small little community, there was no place I can go. So at this point, I was like, yo, where the hell? She needs to hurry her ass up. So at this point, it's like 4 o'clock, 4:15 around that area. I was like, yo, your ass need to hurry up because I'm not trying to get caught. She was like, all right, I'm gonna get ready real fast and I'm gonna slide. I was like, fine. I'm at this park. This park had like a big ass slide, you know what I'm saying? I had went up the little playground thingy. I don't know what it's called, the little playground thing. I went up top of there and I sat inside that slide holding on. I was like, all right, she gonna call me whenever she's ready. I'm gonna slide on the slide and I'm gonna slide, you feel me? I'm gonna slide on the slide and I'm gonna slide. She was like, all right, I'm almost there. I'm almost around the corner. So I was like, all right, say less. She got to the little park area, called my phone, and shouted to her. She's like, I'm here. I'm like, all right. Slid down the slide, and I bucked it again, because I'm like, if her brother's looking for me, he's not gonna catch my ass, you feel me? I got to the car, we hopped in. I was like, all right, so now we should be straight, right? Wrong. We were driving out the community, and her brother was waiting by the gate. At this point, my heart dropped down to my ass because I didn't know what to do. I was hoping she had came up with a perfect situation for something like this, because like I said, she was it wasn't her first time doing anything like this. So I need to make sure that she came up with an idea before I did, because I was like, I'm quick on my feet, but right now I'm too terrified for this shit. So we had got to the gate, her brother was waiting right there, and then we pulled up and got to the gate, and her brother went up to the window, was like, who are you? I was like, oh, I'm her friend, you know. I just come with something quick, because a bitch not gonna catch me. I was like, oh, I'm her friend, I live around the corner. He had asked her, oh, where are you going? She said she went to a volleyball practice, and she had a friend that I talked to. Yo, when she had said that, I was like, yeah, I had talked to one of her friends, you know what I'm saying? At this point, we got through the gate, no problems at this point. And we started chilling out riding, you feel me? It was an awkward silence driving to her volleyball practice, because this was life or death situation for me, you feel me? I was sitting there on my R&B shit, looking outside the window. I didn't even want to say nothing. I didn't want to say nothing because this was a lot on my mental, you feel me? And this was a lot I had to go through. It's my first time, so I wasn't expecting all this shit to go down like this. I was expecting to bust and dip, you feel me? She told me her brother didn't get home till later on, so I was like, I wasn't even thinking that some shit was gonna go down like this. We got to the volleyball practice. She did her little volleyball thing, you feel me? I was there, I was just chilling. She did her little volleyball thing, we got out. She started taking me home. She was like, hey, look, I'm sorry for everything that went down or whatever. And I was like, nah, shit happened, you feel me? Like, in my head, I'm like, bitch, you don't understand what I would've went through? I could've fucking died. That was going through my head at the time. But I was like, nah, it's straight. Shit happens, you feel me? Shit goes out how it goes on, you feel me? She's like, yeah, I know, but I'm still sorry about that. I'm like, you good, it's whatever. So we make it to my house. So she was like, when we finna do this again? I look at her, we make an eye contact, and I was like, shit. They don't call me Cameron 2 times for nothing. Yeah!
Niggas already know that I be out of state, out of mind. Only thing I see is dollar signs. Ain't about the money, then you know that I'ma push it to the side.